A new report shows wide disparity of acceptance depending which letter of LGBTQIA you are. A new study in Ireland has shown that that opinion of the LGBTQ plus populace varies depending on what part of the community a person belongs to. The report, published by NXF, the National LGBT Federation, which campaigns for the equal rights of the LGBT plus community in Ireland and internationally, said there were clear disparities in attitudes towards different LGBT plus communities. The study showed that gay men and women were generally viewed favorably. However, those who identify as trans, non-binary, or intersex had much lower rates of acceptance. The report said, quote, there is evidence that prejudice towards these specific communities is rooted in norms regarding gender, being binary, a norm that lesbian women and gay men are not seen as violating to the same extent, end quote.
Well, acceptance begins at home. And we also go after different parts of the acronym in there. I mean, why isn't it TBGAILQ? I think that's a legitimate question. And we were at an event. I don't think you were with me at the time. We were at Hollywood Pride, and I was talking with someone, and I said the BGL community, and the guy goes, "No, it's LGBT." And I'm like, why? Why is it? Mm-hmm. So until we start like getting away from those types of things and embracing everything here, we can't expect it from the broader community.
Point. And just for historical clarification, there are many, I have heard this many, many times, there are many gay men that say, wait, the community is the GLBT.
Mm-hmm. That's how it started years ago.
It started as
exactly
G,
right.
And their point is, well, the radical need for women in our community actually reversed the
crazy to involve women. Woohoo!
Well, I think it's also interesting because I certainly view straight people, especially those with still rooted in their gender being binary norms. I mean, come on, let's move on.
I never thought of it that way though, but like once that's that story, I mean, I think that they only had like 700 people that they spoke to. I get it. That's not a really concise, statement to know, but that does make sense to me. Okay, like that's why it wasn't, they're not questioning the gender issues, and that's why they're more accepted. I mean, it doesn't make it fair or good by any means at all.
You know, when I knew that we were doing this story today, they're talking about the acceptance outside of the LGBTQ plus community, that they're accepting gay men and they're accepting lesbian women because of the binary nature of their sexual orientation. And they don't extend that even to bisexuals or to trans, especially intersex, etc. But it's interesting to me because I would be willing to suggest, and we have talked about it many times at Queer News Tonight in reporting, that the exact same thing happens in our community. Gay men reject frequently, not all of course, but frequently reject trans or intersex or other types of representation in our community because it's not a gay man. Or women reject
the T, and we're both women. Which blows my mind every single time I hear someone say something stupid like that.
That's what this study reveals, is that it's a rejection outside of the community, but it's also a rejection in our community.
Right.
Yeah. LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Lara are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out television network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ